in the Lone Star land, with boots on my feet and dreams in my hand. A little sassy but a whole lot of grace. You'll see that fire when you look in my face. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Barbecue smoke, Friday night lights, cheering for the Astros under Texas skies. A little bit stubborn, a whole lot of charm. This big old heart will keep you warm. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. From the blue bonnet fields to the city streets, every step I take feels like home to me. With a little sass and a lot of pride, this Texas girl's got nothing to hide. I'm a Texas girl with a heart so wide, family and friends always by my side. From the crack of dawn to the stars at night, I keep it real, keep my soul burning bright. Gummy shoe prints laid them down the street. Chocolate wrappers hiding secrets sweet. They don't miss a beat, they've got a knack. With licorice ropes pulling answers back. Twist the wrapper to reveal the truth. A sticky web spun by a candy sloop. No sour lies can escape the grip. These lollipops always crack.
Hello, my beautiful friends. How are y'all doing? Boy, have I missed y'all. So sorry I haven't been on in a while. But first, let me say hello to everybody. Hi, me and you. Hi, Retha Bell, TJ. Hey, Charlene. Thank you for being here. Queen Brown Eyes, thank you. Bonjour. Seclusion, thank you for being here. Angel of Light, how are you, beautiful? Good to have you. Okay, that was a short list today, but hey, I've missed y'all. First of all, want to start by saying I am sorry that you had to hear the last live that I did. It is not something I am proud to do, but at the same time, I stand by every word I said. Second of all, I want to say I'm sorry for ending so abruptly, and thank you all to everyone who said a prayer for my niece, Jamie. Bless her heart. She got twisted and turned around and was up inside the woods pretty deep. The rain came and she went into the woods for shelter. She's doing well, and I appreciate everybody for saying a prayer. Hey, Catfish, good to have you. So, thank you for that. I am doing well from the floods. I am more up beside Dallas, north of Texas here. I am just to the east of Dallas right now, but even my home, we are more east. The Guadalupe River runs down south, just west of San Antonio, and a little north above that. For a lot of you who don't know, I grew up starting about the age of 11 down around that area. Oh, thank you, Seclusion. I mean, yeah, thanks, Seclusion, for that. Um, I grew up around that area. I graduated high school down there. And it was after I graduated that I moved to East Texas. But the Guadalupe was my playground. When you're a teenager, the thing to do, go float the river. Of course, we always had that Boone's Farm Strawberry Hill wine, all the good old wines that you can get cheap, cheap, cheap. And so we took many trips down the Guadalupe River. And I'm going to remove myself for a second because this is one of my favorite pictures I took. One of the last times I was there visiting. Oh, not that. Let me. It is a very, very beautiful place. Yeah, you remember those Boone's Farm days and that Strawberry Hill? Yeah. Our friend had a Chevy Chevelle, and we piled up in his car and would go, and we always ended up down at the river. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place to be. And it is so sad that it has been introduced to the rest of the world that didn't know anything about it as this devastation area. And I wanted to talk a little bit about it today. I've heard so many people say, why would anyone camp on the right against the river? Folks, it's been done for many years. I left there in 85, and we've done it ourselves 100 times. It's nice and cool. It's a perfect place to camp. And this flood that came through, this was so catastrophic that it's one of those almost 100-year flood. Yeah, Aretha, it's fun. Yeah. And so I wanted to tell you about my playground first before we got into everything. What is going on with Bobby? Bobby, what is going on with you, sweetie? Let me go back and see. Missed you just trying to listen. My grandson is having, oh no, bless it. Bless his little heart. We'll keep you in our prayers for sure, and him as well. Yes, HEB trucks were headed that way. HEB is very big and popular down that side of Texas down there. And they have offered money. Matthew McConaughey, he has offered money. Um, Jose Altuve has offered, who is plays for the Astros. He has offered to pay for funerals of anyone that will be having a funeral. There's others as well. The Kansas City Chiefs manager has his sister and her family that are still missing. Of course, at the worst time to go is around a holiday weekend because it's packed. And when I say it's packed, you get on a tube and get in that river to float, and it is people after people after people after people. It is packed with people. There are RVs that were swept away in the middle of the night that had no warning because their area was close to the campground, but the water usually doesn't go that high. But this time it did. So I'm going to play something for you real quick here. I want to show you, it's a time lapse of just how quickly this water rose. If you can tell, before I even start, he's standing on a bridge, and that's how far down the river is on an everyday occurrence. But let me get it bigger here, and we're going to watch this. It's very short, but you can tell he's way up high. And here it comes. Okay, I'm going to stop that there because it will just start over. But in that just little amount of time, that water rose all the way up. And the force of the water is something that you cannot fight against. It's just not doable. 84 to 87 miles per hour. Yes. You saw it take that tree down, bend it over, and just sucked it up under the water. It's absolutely horrible. The devastation of all of it. And yet, tons of people did make it out. We know the little girls that were at the camp. We are going to play this next. Hang on just a minute because there is a news reporter that goes inside their camp. So hang on, let me get over here to it. Let's watch this real quick.
For nearly a century, Camp Mystic has been a safe haven for young girls who spent summers there, forging friendships that last a lifetime. But early Friday morning, the idyllic retreat was ravaged by torrential rain.
You'd see kayaks like in trees, and it was kind of horrific. It didn't look like Camp Mystic anymore.
And raging floodwaters that rose 30 feet in a single hour. Heroic counselors and staff members jumped into action, saving more than 700 campers caught in the storm, like Emma Foles, who officials say helped get her 14 campers to safety. The camp's director, Dick Eastland, died while trying to save girls from the rising waters. His grandson writing, "If he wasn't going to die of natural causes, this was the only other way, saving the girls that he so loved and cared for. His impact will never leave the lives he touched." Staff member Brooke Beard says she managed to escape through a cabin window as waist-high water rushed in.
We had no clue about what those little girls were going through at that time.
Soon, word of the damage and the dozens missing began to spread.
Girls were looking for their sisters and their cousins, and there was a lot of tears.
Brooke says in those moments, the camp counselors stepped up to help anyone they could.
So many lives were saved because of 18-year-olds.
These photos depicting the heartbreaking aftermath as we're learning some of the names of the young lives lost, including 18-year-old Chloe Childress, a camp counselor who's being remembered for her compassion, 9-year-old Janie Hunt, a first-time camper, and 8-year-old Renee Samastrala, whose uncle wrote, "She will forever be living her best life at Camp Mystic." Now, the tight-knit community leaning on each other and their faith. At a nearby reunification center, emotional embraces between campers and their families. And this touching image, a bus full of girls evacuating through scenes of unthinkable destruction.
Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God.
Uniting in song.
All shouted from the mountaintops, praise God.
Camp tradition of friendship and faith.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning.
Man, if that wasn't touching, I don't know what would be. To see those girls riding out on their bus and yet singing praise to God. There's still lots of kids that are missing from that area, and it is still heartbreaking to hear that so many families from their homes have still not been recovered. There was a video of a house that was floating, and you saw the flashlight. It came from a camp not far from those little girls' camp. It was a boys' camp. There were boys inside, 9-year-old boys with their flashlights yelling, "Help." Folks, when water comes down, rainwater comes down, it fills the rivers way up to the north. as the water has to go somewhere, it rises, but it moves. There's always a current happening. This water started flowing. The water was coming down faster than the water could carry it out. And once that roar of the water and the push of the water caught hold of it, there was no stopping it. So I wanted to play one more for you, and then we're just going to hang out and chill for a minute. But let me get up here, back over here, and find this video because I got a lot of them here. Let me see if I can get back to it. Hang tight. Tell you, that's crazy. It took that down just right there, man. Right there. I want to show you guys what it's like. Let me see. Floating the river. And this is where we would always get in to go float. And this is when the river was very much lower.
Places to shop, dine.
Hold on. Here we go.
So today I'm in one of the greatest small Texas towns, Green, and we're going to participate in one of the great
Green is just outside of New Braunfels, and the Guadalupe River runs right through there, right beside New Braunfels, right beside Green, all the way up north. And this is where we would always go to get in.
pastimes of the Lone Star State, floating the river, in particular the Guadalupe. I hear this is one of the great float trips around here. Really looking forward to this one. Rockin' river rides. This is where you'll begin your journey. Looks awesome. The river can be quite crowded at times, so plan your trip accordingly for maximum enjoyment.
This is during a weekday because usually on the weekends in the summer, you have to pick a place to jump in and join the crowd.
Watch your butt.
Woo-hoo! This section of the river, when it is packed full of people, it's like bumper boats because your inner tubes are all hitting and backing up because you can only fit so many down this little chute part right here, just one at a time.
You made it. You like that? You're in the middle of a kind of a broad pool right now. Oh my God, a turtle. Right here. It's right underneath me.
If you can see my arrow here, there's a house that sits way up high. And there is a swing that's about right in here. And my son loved to pull his tube up, put it on the ground, jump in. He would get on that swing and he would jump out into the middle of the water, and whoever was next behind him would throw his tube to him. And there would be a line of people because that house had it fixed up for anybody that would like to get on the swing, and it was just a rope and you could just swing out into the river because it was deep.
Hope it doesn't bite me on the butt. Good job, good job. Woo-hoo!
I have been there when the water is high enough that you don't even see these white rocks to the left side. It's been almost up to that concrete embankment on the right, and you just float.
All right, here we go. Buckle up. Hang in there. Woo! You made it. Woo-hoo! It's the last one, baby. This is it. What a great river ride.
All righty. So it is a beautiful place. Absolutely gorgeous. That man just did the 3-hour loop because it's called a loop, and you can get back out. And we always did 90% of the time the 10-hour loop or the 10-hour float. It takes you a long time to float way down, and there's always a bus waiting for you. But I wanted to share with y'all today my playground. That was my playground. That's where I spent tons of my teenage years. And when my kids were older, I took my kids and shared that with them, and they absolutely love it. Catfish, thank you for becoming a member. We appreciate you so much. Welcome to the
Welcome, welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. So can I get a right and get down? Welcome to the South.
Welcome, Catfish. We love having you here with us. Thank you so much. Oh, well, thank you, Town Jack Cafe. I have tons and tons and tons of memories down there. The Guadalupe floats by. There are little rivers that branch off of it, and the Frio River is one that is down south, probably about 3 hours south. And that's where I went to church camp. We swam in the Guadalupe. That was part of our fun time, recreational time. And my grandfather lived not far from the Guadalupe, but he lived right across the street from the Frio River. So, way out in a small town with only 8 population, 8 people. Oh, looky here. Queen has been a member for 1 month. Lolly, I missed you so much. Glad you back. Love you. I love you guys. Like I said, apologize. After all of that went down, I had family members going frantic looking for my niece. We had taken off and drove 2.5 hours down there to go out into the woods in the rain looking for her. We came back to the house and took just a quick break to dry off, get something to drink, and we went back out. In the second round, we found her, got her all snuggled in, warmed up, and asleep. And then me and my cousin ran back up to the lake, a 2 hour drive, because we love dogs here. We love lights on and everything. So we had a very, very long day that day. Reality, been a member for 6 months. Missed you. Prayers for Texas. I love you, Reality. Thank you for being a sweet friend. Thank you for being part of us. And although I haven't, yes, Randa, I am so glad we found her. It was very frightening, to say the least. Welcome to everybody that's come in. I appreciate you all being here. I'm sorry for the late notice, but I found a time where I could go live, and I just said, I'm doing it. But she has special needs. We knew there is something not quite right with her when she was very, very, very young. She has some PTSD with her raising that she had when she was very, very young. And my cousin that's here with me had the girls, and they got therapy and they got lots and lots of help. But Jamie still had some issues, and I told her, get her tested. I think that baby has autism. And so, with that being said, she's not very social. She has an old family friend. He was friends with my aunt and uncle way back, way back, way back when they were young. And he sells honey that he makes. And he saw her one day, asked her if she would like to work his little stand for him on the days he has to go to the doctor or go to the store or something like that. So knowing him her whole life, that's her job right now. And so it's not very far from home. She's comfortable, and it's not a lot of people she has to be around. So the thought of her wandering around and somebody coming up to her that she didn't know and her having a complete meltdown, it made me sick in my stomach. I couldn't even imagine if that was even my child. This was just my niece. And it made me nauseous to think of going out of town for weeks at a time and just leaving shoes and a blanket and some snacks on the front porch. There's no way in hell. No way. That's not just something a mother would do, guys. I'm telling you, not even a family member. I just don't understand it even more now after the fear we had with her being gone. And she was only gone just a little over 24 hours. It was 23 hours when they called us and said, hey, we need your help. We can't find her. So from there, aloha, my friend, aloha. From there, we had family come in the next day, bright and early. We had the boat. We got it put out. We had just lots of time this weekend spent with just family sitting around the deck, enjoying relaxing time together, and fireworks that started Friday night and didn't stop until actually they were still going last night. But I'm still not great, folks. Just going to be straight up honest with you. I'm still not okay with things. Not okay with YouTube world. Oh, Miss Autistic Mother herself over there on the other side has decided I now talk about Jews. Tell you what, I want that heifer to prove it, because she can't. It never, ever has happened. Never. Hey, Courtney. Hello to everybody coming in. And I hope Miss Julie Skolnick is listening, because I put out a dare. I dare you to find somewhere at any time in my entire freaking life to find me saying anything about anyone that is Jewish. Give me a break. She is mental. And she did a super chat to Jay last night saying that I'm now talking about Jews. What the? I don't know if you're Jew or not. I'm not talking bad about people. I'm pretty damn sure that Katie and Chris and his mother and father are not Jewish. And they're about the only people I've talked down to. So no, she's plumb stupid. Yeah, right, Queen. I haven't even been on. She is a nutcase, Gemini. A complete nutcase. And when I saw that, I was like, oh, I could spit this girl out. I could chew her up and spit her out quicker than she knew what happened to her. She might need to mind her P's and Q's. Yeah, you know, I know Craig and Brittany was having a conversation over there on on her channel, and he mentioned something about the Jewish holiday. I think it was, and she took it and ran. They're talking about Jews. They're talking about Jews. I hadn't even mentioned anything about Hanukkah or whatever else is associated with the Jewish holiday. I don't know. No, 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 no. Oh, she's insane, crazy. Yeah, Jen, she ain't gonna do nothing, girl. She ain't gonna do nothing. She can't find nothing. I've never said anything bad. Yes, the man, yes, Courtney, the man that was getting his family up to the second level and watched the water rise to the second level. He got his family up into the attic. And as the water started going into the attic, they started putting Christmas lights, tying those into a rope. And he busted the window and it actually cut an artery. And as his family was going out, he told them he loved them, but he was not going to make it. And he did not, unfortunately. But he didn't hesitate to continue to get his family to safety. So, lots of heroes in that story. Lots. There is an officer just standing out in the rubble of what's left because the water has already receded. Didn't take long for it to blow through, but it kept moving and it moved on out. And as that rush moved out, the water went down. But you think of all that debris, all the trees, all the cars, all the homes, all the pieces of homes, and just everyday lawn furniture out in your yards, and, tents and everything you could think of up underneath all of that water. It reminded me a lot about North Carolina when that flood hit there and went down. The Nola Chucky, I believe is what it's called there, and the devastation that caused. It's the same thing. And as we're sitting on the deck out here at the lake, and we're all just sitting there listening to a little news break about the devastation. And I looked up and I told everybody sitting around, I said, I love y'all. And I pray to God that each and every one of you get your life right, because folks, we're seeing things that are basically biblical. There was one dad who made a post, and it was made down south, and a friend of mine shared it with me because she still lives down there in that area. This man shared a picture of him in the Guadalupe with his daughter. And y'all, 2 weeks prior to the day of July 4th, that man was standing in the water baptizing his daughter, his 8-year-old daughter, who 2 weeks later went to Camp Mystic, and she never made it home. He talked about how that water washed her of her sins. It cleansed her and made her one with God. And then 2 weeks later, it took her to be with God. I tear up only because I can't imagine that father sitting there having to make that post, folks. His 8-year-old daughter, he knows exactly where she's at right now. She is in the arms of God. She is in heaven with Jesus. And it was the same water that took her life, was the same water she was baptized in. That beautiful, serene place. You know, Tugs, I will say this. I have at times, because I just showing everybody kind of what it's like to float the Guadalupe, and it was done on a day that it was a low water level. I've been out there. I have been on that water when there's been lots of rain up north. We may not have had rain there in that area, but it always comes from up north. And as it comes through, the rapids begin to form a little more and a little more, and the current starts to swirl and everything. And my nephew was with this one time, and he hit a rapid that bounced him, and I reached out to throw my body to push him back down into his inner tube, and a rapid hit again, and I went off my tube. I was at a cypress tree holding on to a root as my feet were being pulled up under that tree because the current up underneath was so strong. And it took my husband and my older my brother-in-law, both of them, to pull me out from under that, holding on to that tree root, and to get me out of that water. There's been times where it was not a lot of rain up north. It wasn't a lot of rain where we were. I have fallen off in those little rapids and stood up to put myself back up on my tube. But when that current flows in that river underneath, and you have that rush of water from north coming down, gravity takes charge. And so I've always said it, and I'll say it 100 times over. Water is a force of nature that you cannot win against. It was 2 years after I moved away from down that way that they had their last flood, and it was not as bad as this one. But homes were swept away. Homes were taken off. Trees were taken down. That width increased. Oh yeah, Randa said I rode the Arkansas River here in Oklahoma. Never again, she said. It's a beautiful place down there. And I hate that people see it now as destruction. And I hate what has happened so much. And a guy I went to school and graduated with, his younger baby brother, who wasn't, I knew who he was, but I didn't know him. He was young in junior high when we graduated. His wife and his two kids in their home, his brother, the one I graduated with, went to check on them at 5 o'clock in the morning. There was no house left. They've yet to find them. So many people have been affected by this. And folks, with all the crap going on YouTube, and then something like this happens, everyone should recheck themselves. Everyone should make sure that their heart is in a right, good place. And you're worried about those who are missing more than you're worried about yourself. Vendettas are not anything that I care about at all. Oh, Brianna, thank you. They do need it. Don't you agree? I know you agree, reality. I know you do. It's just absolutely horrible. Yes, the Mississippi River is so strong. So strong. Yes. But the drama that I have had to deal with without even being on YouTube for all these days, the crap that I'm being told here and there that's still going on. Folks, is it even worth it? Is it even worth it to come back on here and sit here every night and every day and talk about things? Because I'm telling you, had a whole live about me and I have never mentioned anything about them ever. And it's not just been the one, it's been others as well. And if they don't like you, they should just stop listening to you. But they don't. And therefore, I don't care about them. I don't care about them at all. I don't listen to them. I don't partake in anything they have to say. Yeah, right, Brianna. Brianna says a lot of you can stay off a month and they would say stuff. Yes, it's unreal. It's unreal. And the sides that have been created. And there was a time where we were all on the green team. Well, even the green team has been divided up. That's how pathetic it's getting. There are people's lives that have been affected by this raging water, and it hits very close to home for me. But they don't care. Guys, Blue Eyes, can you drop the link to that, please? Blue Eyes has made a petition, a new petition for Sebastian's Law. We need signatures to take it to Congress so that this law can be passed for, and it's going to be called Sebastian's Law. It was nothing that was ever pushed before because I thought Nana was going to cover that, to be honest with you. And I'm not sure that will ever happen now. Bobby, thank you so much for the super sticker. I so much love you, and just your support over here means the world to me. I just hope you understand how much. Thank you so much, Bobby. I do love you, my friend. The Pep Boys. There we go. We'll be like the Pep Boys. That's funny. There you go. I love you guys so much. Y'all are fun. You know, I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't ever understand any of it. And I've said that as long as I've had my channel for all these years. It does not make any sense to me because I don't do that crap. Guys, I'm going to pin this. Oh, Blue Eyes, can you pin it? It won't let me pin it. I was trying to pin it to the top. I guess maybe I have to do it. You should be able to pin it. This here, this link will take you to Sebastian's Law. Blue Eyes has been working very, very hard on this. And if you would like, it would be greatly appreciated if you would sign so that we can start making some change happen. Because, guys, I had to remind my nephew, I had to remind my whole family that although our Jamie was 18, even though she has autism, she is still considered an adult. And if someone bad had her and they told her to say she was okay, she would do it. She does what people tells her to do. And there needs to be laws in place to protect children that have any type of issue, that can't make decisions for themselves. There should be in place where it should not be a local agency to look for a child that has special needs. A child, no matter the age, it should always be investigated and looked into, and the parents cleared or not. It should always, always be that way. And Blue has been working so, so hard on this. Yes, yes, Miss Retha, and that's what we have been working on ever since. You know, they assumed because she lived in their home that they would have the say. They help her. They have got her in this little, what we always called the cabin. It was a little 1 room, little space that my uncle had built for them to live in while he built their big home. And she's just steps away from the home. But she can feel like she's learning to live on her own and take care of her own little place. She has to vacuum. She has to sweep. She has to clean her bathtub and her toilet. Any type of glass she has or any little dishes, she has to clean those, but yet she's being looked after at the same time. But it is a law that she is 18. And even though she doesn't have her medicine with her, had they found her and she said she didn't want to go home, they would have left her right where she was. So this law will help so many out there that need the help. Should anything happen to them. I appreciate everybody being here. I do appreciate everybody so much. Like I said, I have just been spending lots of time with family. We've had tons and tons and tons of family. And had the best time ever. Not doing much of nothing. Blue, can you send those to Messenger, please? I don't know what's wrong with my phone. I'm not getting pictures all the time on my phone, on my text messages. But yeah, y'all, Blue, she's been working hard. We are grateful to have her here. She has done some amazing work. And it's not for our channel, it's for those who need it, those kids out there that need it. And it will be in Sebastian's name. And it does cover doxing and harassment from creators. Yes. Me and you got us as a family. Girl, we're your family. You know, we've created this little group of people here that are all on the same page. And it's so nice to have. I couldn't imagine having to sit here and talk about other people hate-filled all day long. I just don't want to have to deal with hate. I don't want to have to deal with anger or any type of issues like that. Oh, these are good. TJ, thank you so much. And TJ, your name. You didn't have to do that. TJ, she says, I stand with Lolly. Thank you for gifting 10 memberships. Guys, I promise you, we will do a members live very soon. I promise. But if you were gifted a membership, please tell TJ thank you, because that was very gracious of her. I appreciate her so much. Thank you for that, TJ. And welcome to the new membership.
Welcome. Welcome to the South. We break that good stuff out. We got enough to go around. So can I get a break and get down? Welcome to the South.
Thank you so much, TJ. Appreciate you. Welcome to the new members. Thank y'all so much for being here. Hey, Kelly, how you doing, girl? Welcome, welcome, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Well, I'm not going to keep y'all much longer. Oh, you're good, Brianna. You're good. I'm not going to keep y'all much longer, though. I just wanted to share with you the Guadalupe, explain it. We all know the devastation that it has caused, but I wanted y'all to see my playground where I used to spend every Saturday, Sundays, tons and tons of trips. It wasn't but about 20 minutes from my house. Oh, you're good. Oh, well, you tell Keely I said hello, okay? My friend. She's my friend. But I wanted to share that with you. I wanted y'all to know there is beauty in that area, although that force of nature happens. But if you ever get a chance to go, give it time for everything to be cleared out and cleaned up, and take that chance. Just watch and make sure that it hasn't rained a lot up north. And I'll tell you this, if you ever go, oh, tell her I love her so much. She's so sweet. But if you ever do go, that water looks so beautiful. But guys, it stays at 72 year round. It is more like feeling 50 degrees when you hit it. It's cold when you get into it. And it is all spring fed that created it. But please continue to pray for those families that still do not have their family members found. There have been so many that ran away from the water that they're still finding. Oh, September rain, thank you. You know, between the live I had to do the other night, hearing about my niece being missing, and everything else piling on top, I just sat here and didn't want to think about YouTube for a while because, guys, I come on here to try to do some good. I don't want to come on here and have to defend myself from stupid people. Yes. I have looked into it. I have, Kelly. I'm debating whether I'm going to do something about that, talk about that or not. I'm still looking into a little more to it. So I will get with you soon, I promise. Miss Kelly called me a couple of times. I was on golf carts riding my cousin back down to his place and sitting on the deck drinking my moonshine and orange juice. And my cousin's husband, we call him Papa Keith. He takes care of all of us, but he brought us some. It was dreamsicle orange moonshine, and he mixed us up a drink with some orange juice. And my Lord have mercy, I drank too, Cups full. Yeah, Brianna, I'm not worried about them. It's just, it was a lot. I was wiped out, exhausted from finding my niece, and just the relief from that. Still had adrenaline flowing, had no sleep. Family came in, and it just stayed busy from there. And today's about, they left yesterday. And so today's first day I've had to just be able to sit for a little while, get ready for something. But I'll be here at the lake probably till Monday of next week. But I'll be back on. Y'all don't forget about me. I'm still hanging here. I'm still here. And I'm not going to give up. We're going to do some talking about a bunch of different things. We will continue to talk about Sebastian. I'm looking into some new stuff. And more than anything, I hope somebody got that off of there. Thank y'all for deleting that person. Oh my God, these people are idiots. I'm telling you, they're absolute idiots. Want to put, thank you, Queen. TJ, thank y'all. Shotgun Queen. You go, Queen. Oh. You know, I don't want any drama in chat. I have asked my mods to be very careful with their words. Do not delete people just for no reason. But when you come in here doing something as stupid as that idiot just did, they don't need a warning. I give everybody a chance. Yeah. So, anyways, guys, y'all just keep in mind that there are families tonight that are having to learn how to live without their loved ones. Over 100 have been found no longer alive, and hundreds more are missing. It was not just in the Kerrville area, it was before you got there and past Kerrville. It was a huge, long spread, and the water rose within 45 minutes and continued to rise after that. So keep all of those families in your prayer if you don't mind. And if you don't mind, keep me in your prayer the next couple of days, because I'm just fighting through it. I'm trying to fight through it. I need to be in a better place, and then everything's gone out of control, and I'm just irritated, I guess is a good word. So I will be seeing y'all out on the streets, out and about. And until I see you again, please know you are loved. Please know you're appreciated. I thank each and every one of you for being here. I love you guys so much. And we will see y'all tomorrow. Love and hugs, everybody. Bye.